Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 8, and we are the Good Bad Guy podcast. I'm your host, Reg for Show,
Your boy Joe Capone.
as you know. And this
Mm-hmm.
episode, this topic is broke people shouldn't date. Let's be real, broke people shouldn't be dating. And I know it's harsh to say, but let's talk about it. Before you say that, because you look at it, dating costs time, energy, and money. And if you don't have none of that, bro, what are you really offering out here?
I mean, it's all depending on who you're trying to date. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could come across somebody. Life's about balance. So if you could really, like I said, if you broke and you out there and you doing what you got to do, and then a beautiful woman or a guy come by, and then it naturally happened, genuinely, that's cool. But then like trying to be with somebody for money or doing the whole money thing, I feel like all that just be cap. It's just fake. You just trying to fake. You fake it till you don't make it or you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
some niggas fake it until they're like, damn, and then show you like that nigga broke, man. Shouldn't have did that. You gotta stay in your range a little bit. But I mean, yeah, if you're trying to be on the dating scene and doing a lot and trying to, do it for the people and not for yourself. Trying to post what y'all eating, and then yeah, I don't think you should like be
yeah,
broke
and
and trying to do that.
like you said, it's a balance. At the same time, people are still human. People want love. People want companionship and somebody to build with. See, my thing is like everybody want the same thing until the reality hit. It's like struggle is everything. Struggle gonna test you. So I don't know. It's nowadays. I don't know how the dating scene be, but it's just like, are you like what you in for? It look like everybody in for not everybody, but majority of people nowadays they in for the wrong reason. You know what I mean? And
Definitely.
I don't know. Now look back at it, based on my experience. I mean, I was broke? Yeah, I was broke. Like that doesn't stop me from being dating, you know what I'm saying? Although it will cost me a little money, but it's certain things you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take your girl out. You're supposed to do, get them a little gifts and here and there or whatever. I don't think, you have to really broke. Like you said, know your bracket, know your know your range, you know what I mean? So I didn't have problem in that area, but for the majority of that nigga, I was broke. Nigga, I'm still broke. You
Exactly,
know what I'm saying?
bro. Listen, I'm not Jay-Z. I'm not none of those big money people. So middle class trying to make it through life. So definitely, like, man, I remember times back in the day, nigga. Let's go grab a slice. Go grab a slice, sit down, eat some pizza, chill, like, and
Easy.
still have a great time. You know what I'm saying?
See, my thing is, so what I'm asking is, do you grow with somebody from the bottom? I feel like that's the best way.
I'm
Growing with somebody from the bottom up, and we both grow, we both broke, we both made it out of
hmm
something. That's my mind.
yeah.
I'd rather somebody struggle with me.
Definitely. Like, you heard it from Drake and them, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. If you
Yeah,
wasn't really with me shooting in the gym, then definitely, it's like, and then if you was, it's like the relationship has more respect, more power, you know what I'm saying? Because of, man, we got some good history together. So here we are, we got to make it now. And, we doing life. And, we, like you said, we grew together and now here we are. We good to
yeah,
go. But
but
we,
nowadays, now relationships are not good. Like any little thing,
no,
nigga, I'm out. Like they
yo,
don't fight. You know what I'm saying? Any little thing, they just I remember we talking about that with the social media situation. Everybody feel accessible. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, if you don't got that money, that shmoney, it's I don't know, man. I mean,
I mean, it's kind of scary. It's really scary. You got to really be careful of what you're doing out here for real, especially that dating scene, because you might go after a guy with like money or whatever the case is, or the guy David who chopped up that little girl, and it's like he have money, but you might go after the wrong person with money. You might end up in some shit. Chasing the wrong thing. So,
Oh,
like you said,
you talk about
sometimes.
the artist that put the girl in the trunk?
Yeah, he chopped her up and ordered all kind of stuff to cut people up, and they gonna always catch you, yo. They gonna backtrack and catch you, bro. But so you females, sometimes y'all gotta really look into who y'all really going out with and who's flying y'all out, cause like I said, I know he was a big artist, and look, he fly the girl out, and look, she never came back. So you have to be careful. That dating scene is very shaky, bro. It's very shaky.
So many, well, with that situation, so many clues, man. I don't know. It's just like little girls, another parents lose their loved ones, and from what they were describing, that nigga nasty as fuck, bro. From what they were saying, but then again, it's just like you can't build a relationship if you're not if you're trying to build yourself. So I don't think that thing. Because a lot of people out here, when they dating, when they got off a relationship, they don't even give themselves enough time to heal themselves. You know what I'm saying?
I
And then
think the
they jump
part.
into something. So whatever you just went through, the cycle you just went through, you're not fully healed from it. You carry that shit with you to another
Hmm.
relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I think as a
Hmm.
man, I think it's really, really important if you just got out of a relationship, no matter what it is, you really have to take that time for yourself. That's if you don't do that, you're gonna carry that shit with you. You know what I'm saying? And trusting from experience, and I've seen it. Like you gotta heal.
Yeah, definitely. Healing is very important, especially coming out of a relationship. And sometimes coming out of a relationship and then you by yourself, it's like a monkey off your back a little bit. You kind of at ease, like I ain't gotta hear nothing. So and like you said, that's the best time to work on yourself when you by yourself, and then you just and then you gradually meet somebody else, man. Everybody gonna fall in love. So. Just make sure you pick the right one and make it do the right thing. Got to do the right thing.
At the end of the day, the love don't pay bills. The reality does.
Yeah, but yeah, at the end of the day, love don't cost a thing too.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, like you said, you work on yourself. Find somebody who also worked on themselves, and y'all come together. No matter how much money or how broke, you guys, mature enough and to come together and handle stuff. A lot of times, I've been through that. Come together with a female, come together and make life. Don't work out, but get some good experience from it and move on. But as long as you and that person grew together some way, somehow. So
Understanding communication,
yeah, understand if it don't work
build a
out,
great
cool.
foundation.
It's like that's it, bro.
And stay
That's it.
solid. Because
If it don't work.
even with that situation with the quarterback, remember Scott in Dallas. You mean to
Hmm.
tell me you've been dating your lady for so long and ready to get married, and then the fact that it's a prenup involved. The girl said, "Nah, bro, you gotta be in a prenup." She's not signing the prenup. Things like that. When it's always happened with celebrity, but I don't think they were big of a celebrity. They were just regular people, which they are. But it's just like, how would you feel as a man, knowing that you've been dating that person for so long? And I'm pretty sure he probably knew she was that type. You know what I'm saying? He probably knew he was like, man, no matter what it is, I can't have her on my prenup.
Probably not. But whatever the case is, I think maybe something rubbed him wrong because I don't see Dak as that type of person. But I think maybe she probably was like making a big deal about it. Like, why I gotta sign? And he's like, oh, you really got a problem with signing this? Damn, if you love me, you just sign it and let's go move on. And it looked like she probably made a big fuss about it. And that nigga wasn't feeling it. Like, what are you in this relationship for then? Like, and he probably like, you know what?
If
This
it ain't
this rubbed
about
me
the
the wrong.
money,
Exactly. And so there you go. Another L for her, trying to get that man money. Another L for one of these Hollywood couples.
but my thing is, Joe, how they say, they say in the relationship, the women always smart, right? Always the smart one. It's just like certain things. It's just like you can't be too greedy, bro. You can't be too greedy, because at the end of the day, like, this is my man. We're gonna get married. I really love him. I'm with him for him. I'm not with him because of other things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, other things come with that. The lifestyle. No matter what he going through, you're still gonna be part of it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of female don't understand. Like when you give men those kind of leeway, you don't show them that's what you really have to, bro. I bet you it's that easy. And look how Kobe was treating his wife, bro. Like this lady went through hell with her husband, bro, and kept it solid and still with her husband. And
Hmm.
my man, my man makes sure to take care of his wife, bro. Look at what happened. Dude. God bless his soul. And the wife is set. Even if that wasn't the case, she was still set. That's what I'm saying. Like you don't have to try not to take over the relationship.
Hmm. Exactly.
Like, just play your position as a wife, because no matter what, that's your lifestyle. Whatever your husband got going on, you know what I mean? And you holding everything down, that man owes you everything, bro.
Hey, that's one thing I say, man. You give a man respect, loyalty, talk to him good, treat him good, and I guarantee, I don't know, 95% of the time that man will adore that girl. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's just a fucked up nigga. But if you have a solid dude and you give him respect, loyalty, and treat him well, like, just treat him good. Your man come in, tell him he look good, your man hungry, get him something to eat, stuff that women normally do. I'm not
Right.
saying nothing new. And I guarantee, bro, like that man will adore that woman. Adore, but it's
Exactly.
it's all the extra politics that comes with being in a relationship now. Is with everything now. So much politics with everything now. So it's like nothing can really be solid or 100. Everything, you just gotta be skeptical about everything. Like,
Everything is below zero.
yeah, everything is like, I don't trust this. Like, you don't know what to trust no more, B. So,
Nah, my
uh,
biggest thing is like, well, thank God we're not in the dating scene, but it's like things that I see people be worried is like when you start talking to a female and then everything goes good, everything all good, but then I make it official, boom, next 3 month, mental issue. That's why it's
next
important
three
when you
months.
date
That should
somebody,
be
you
like a
need to
month, two
know
months later,
you
bro.
need to know like their upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was in the dating scene, bro, I would have been, I would have so many questions. Like, tell
Mm-mm-mm.
tell me about your upbringing. Like, tell me a day that you fought and you
I
bust your
know,
ass
right? Like,
riding a bike. Like, I want to know all of that.
yeah, like you can't just really just meet people nowadays and just like you have to dig deep. You have to like definitely like see what they're about, who they are, who they hang with.
Right.
Nigga, you don't want to get caught in the wrong place with them. Like, oh damn, they niggas got these kind of ops. Like, you gotta know everything. Nigga. You might get caught in the wrong place with somebody or something. So definitely these girls, man, and these guys, everybody got to kind of do extra homework now because
So
everybody got mental illness and all that craziness.
So let me tell you what happened. Kind of, I kind of felt maybe off topic a little bit, because I feel like because I didn't have enough, that's how I lost this girl. Like this, I don't want to call it ex because nothing happened, but the girl that I like was talking. But I had plenty of opportunity, but I was still living with my parents. I didn't really have a job like that, you know what I'm saying? And certain
Hmm.
things nigga can really do. And
Hmm.
for some reason, bro, me and your girl started talking. We went out and everything. Those little things that I was telling you earlier we could do. But my one of my mans that time dating, well, they was talking to her friend at that time. We were talking at the same time. But my friend, like, now I'm looking at it, that nigga was a fuck nigga, bro. Like, I'm your boy. You know what I'm saying? We in the
Nigga,
same
what?
team. You know
He
what I'm
was
saying?
stunting.
Nah, not only that, it's like he was doing things to the friend, and then the girl that I was talking to was just witnessing this shit and be like,
Why you don't do that?
bro, nigga was bringing flowers, nigga. And then, I wasn't really working, so I couldn't make move like that. And I feel like that's the reason why that situation never worked out, bro. Because homeboy was doing this thing. he was he was doing his little security job, getting a little gym. Me, I was still with my parents, so I didn't have to work at that time. You know what I'm saying? Man, I lost the girl, man. It was a really, really, really good girl. So I had the opportunity and everything, bro. It's just one of those things that wasn't meant to be. You know what I mean? And I really feel
Hmm.
like because I didn't have enough, homie could have just pull up over there and buy flowers.
That nigga
Ah.
was showing off. The
Yeah,
nigga was showing off.
yeah, bro. It's like, but then again, it's like you're making me look bad at
Okay,
the same time, bro. Like you're
facts.
making me look
A
bad. You know what I'm saying?
question.
I wasn't right.
So how did that relationship turn out though? The homeboy and her.
Uh, drama, toxic. You know what I'm saying? And
I
exactly,
I
but
would point exactly, and then look, Shorty, the one that you was dealing with, she lost a good man, but you wasn't doing what he was doing, so that looked good at the time. But look, she ended up with the fuck nigga who was spoiling her, and look, the good man who was just trying to make it in the world lost his girl. And then
exactly,
look, toxic drama. After all
exactly.
that money you spent, toxic drama. So yo,
Yeah,
you kind of just proved the point right here with that story. I
yes,
love that
sir.
story because it definitely proved a good point, a valid
Yeah,
point.
bro.
So there you
Yo,
go.
to
You
this
know,
day, I thought about it. I'm like, damn. If it was me, I would have been like, yo, I'm going to such and such, bro. I'm bringing something. I know you ain't got good like that. You want to bring something? You know what I'm saying? Like
hmm
that. If you're my boy, like you my boy, I'm gonna look out for you. We in the same team, bro. Like, come on, bro.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, I would treat my girl good and stuff, but I wouldn't try to like make you look bad while doing it. You know, I'd be like that. I double think like, you know what? Let me chill. You know, you
you know what
ain't
I'm
got no
saying?
job yet.
It's just
And
like
they
me
could put
pull.
like,
It's just like I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up every time, and then you not pulling up. Like y'all supposed to
word.
be best friend, but when I come, he come in and bring flowers, and you can't come in. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga like, oh word, in front of her. He like, you ain't buy her no flowers? Why you buy her no flowers, bro? In front of her.
And, and on top of that,
Ah.
if you recall when we talk about when we talk about one of our episodes, I remember that friend like he would tell you what he wearing until everybody get ready, and then he start wearing what I'm saying, his outfit, and so everybody can be like, oh shit, he's that type of nigga. I'm like, man, you a fuck nigga for that. That was one of those
He said,
stories. Like I feel
I'm a
like it
stunner. It ain't gonna change.
happened.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
know what I
definitely. So yeah. I mean, like even look like Megan and Clay. I know we spoke about that, but they both had money. You know, like they dating, but sometimes and I'm sure like Clay could get something that's not even on the scene, something nice, genuine, who's cool, there's cool girls out there besides, this is for all the Hollywood, the actors, the rappers, everybody that think they need somebody, like everybody looking for that Jay and Bay relationship type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might not have a J or a Bay, so go find something else, man. Go
But,
find
but
a
but speaking of JLB, like, do you know that relationship? You don't know them people relationship.
Yeah, but to everybody, that's like the perfect relationship, So like, I just use
It's
them as an
not,
example, but everybody be looking for something like that, and
bro.
sometimes it's not
Jay
gonna work.
Z,
They're
Jay
looking
Z,
for another.
bro. Jay Z
They're
cheated.
looking for another celebrity. My bad for cutting you off. They're looking for
Yeah,
another celebrity to team up with, instead of genuinely just finding somebody. You feel me? Just genuinely
yeah,
go out there and meet somebody. Oh, you know what? She's cool. She's cute. She's my move, and go deal with her. Get your
yeah.
favorite one, like my boy Ray Ray say, and go. Get your favorite one and go. Like these niggas be trying to just make all these stuff, bro. Like my boy Ray Ray said, get your favorite one and go. Because for real.
So, so yeah. So basically, if you're single, you broke. Keep your broke ass somewhere. How we looking in the sport world, Joe?
Woo! Playoff, playoff, playoff. Boston, pack them up.
Pack them up. I saw that. I saw that. I mean,
Magics, pack them up.
pack them up.
Yeah. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting that. Magics, I just like that Magic gave Boston, which was number one, a good
Mhm,
fight. You feel me? They
mhm.
gave him a good fight all the way to game seven, the eighth seed, number one seed. That's how you know the NBA is kind of like even now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody gonna conquer nobody. So it's great. It's great to see the NBA like this, man. Denver, I'm just sad Denver had to leave. I don't think Minnesota gonna make too much noise. I don't know, but they
There's,
got a lot of banged up players, but they got heart.
there's another thing I want to point out. That nigga Jokic, bro. I'm looking at this nigga, man. Like, we gotta hold that nigga accountable, bro. We guys we always say the best player in the league. They say it's the MVP. Yo, that nigga was just straight garbage, bro, this season. I'm looking at the man.
Yeah,
The man look like I'm ready to run my horses. I'm tired to be here. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
there's like
He
my
looked a
nigga
little
was
tired.
looking trash, bro. Super
Hmm.
tired, looking trash. Like
Hmm.
that's not the Jokic that I'm seeing for the past 3 years, bro.
Yep, yep.
Mm-mm. So the Knicks going to the second round. The Knicks gonna be playing who?
76ers.
76ers. That's a
But I
good.
heard Embiid is injured. Embiid kind of hurt his leg on that last game.
Yeah, I
He
saw
hurt
that
his
play.
leg, so I don't know if he's gonna be playing game one. But if he's
Yeah.
not, like I said, if Cat just keep that aggressiveness, because we need our big man to be aggressive and just keep playing that way, and we should be all right for real. It ain't gonna be no walk around the park, but we should be all right. As long as Cat just keep playing aggressive, I want him to play just the way he was playing against the Hawks. I need him to play like that all the way to the chip. Cause he got to, bro. That's what to win a championship. You really need a good big man. Always, you always need your center.
Mm-hmm.
Always, you
Like
know
the
what I'm saying?
game at a point in time, the game was designed that way.
Yeah, you need your center. The thing about it is these big men nowadays, like the Jokic, the Sengun, you got Wemby, like it's different now. So like these big men are so differently. They could shoot threes. They like seven whatever. So you need your big man now. Because these big men, if you don't have nobody that could go against Wemby or anything like that, and you know why Minnesota's making it, Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is playing some phenomenal defense on all the big men. You know what I'm saying? So
You
let's
know,
see what he do.
defense always give you winning games.
Defense win games, so they
Win.
say. It's a good era, great era of basketball right now we're looking at. And I know right now we're kind of taking it for granted, but this is a better era than that 2000 era, kind of. I ain't gonna lie. It's not like, all right, well, I know the Heat's gonna be against the Warriors or the Cavs against the Warriors. Like, I can't guess that no more. You feel me? So I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. Definitely do. I also respect that like mid-season tournament. I respect that too. You get them playing for something in the middle of the season, and also that they're playing for that playoff spot. To play for the playoff, the little four, 8 to 10 seeds playing against each other. That's pretty good too, because
Yeah.
that's kind of the beginning of the playoffs. Because they be battling to get to the playoffs. So I like how they put all those little stuff in there to make it a little more competition. I like stuff
Mhm.
like that. So,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, it's coming along. NBA doing what they do. You know,
So far, you still don't know who's gonna take the championship.
nah, I ain't gonna lie. The day I get my eye on it, I'll be like, yeah, but I can't even call it right now for real. I cannot call it. Like, I want my Knicks to win for sure, for sure. But if I'm being honest, like, if I say, yo, I know this team is gonna dominate. I don't know. Even OKC, they could dominate, but they lost to the Knicks. The Spurs got their number a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, ain't no joke. So
I see you don't see nothing about my hat. Don't hate,
I
bro.
love it,
I
man. I
see
love
it,
it.
bro.
How am I hate on myself? I see me right there. I love the
You
picture behind you, all that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We're going up. We're
Still
going live.
going up, we're going live. What about the football? Anything happened with Giants? Giants got anybody that
Yeah,
you
we just
excited
picked up,
about?
we just picking up people every day. Giants picking up fullbacks. We picking up a whole bunch of people, but we got a new fullback, and I heard he's supposed to be pretty good. Pudgy Boy put me on, and he's supposed to be back there where with Scatterbo. So it looked like, Scatterbo got somebody to lead off with him. So when he comes through, we got a good lead man to help him get through. So I'm just excited to see the Giants play, bro. I'm ready to see this whole new generation of Giants. I feel like this is a new day, like a new beginning for the Giants, and I feel like it's gonna go down. I feel like we're gonna do good this year. We're gonna do good this year. We got a good coach. We got some good players. We got some dogs out there. Defense is playing good. We lost Dexter Lawrence, but it's all right. We'll still be okay.
At
We'll
the
be all right.
end,
We got some good stuff for him though. So yeah, man, you're gonna be proud of them this year.
ah,
All the Giants
I'm,
haters.
I'm ready, and I can't wait to be in the comment and
Yeah,
encourage your
buddy.
messages and stuff like that. And then, yeah, man. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, Joe.
This a
Yeah,
wrap.
we just hit 50 streams, Spotify. Happy about that. It's small, but we're gonna celebrate every win, small,
Mm-hmm.
big, whatever it is. It's just a
Yeah,
start.
man. Everything is great to go.
Everybody
Just a
that
start.
been commenting, following, we thank you, everybody. And yeah, this is episode 8. And I'm your host, Reg, for sure. We got your boy Joe Capone, and we are the
Yep,
Good Bad
yep.
Guy. We're going up, we're going live. See you till next
Mm-hmm.
time. We're gonna make the
Yes,
episode
sir.
9 and soon.